Hey, what's going on everyone? This is MiraObviously. Today I'm going to be making a little guide of an insight of how to heal UCoB, the unending coal of Bahamut. Please be aware that you need to have cleared O4S, which is Neo X-Death, as a prerequisite before starting this fight. Also, as a reminder, this is merely how I do things, and by no means the best way of doing it. And I will be doing it as White Mage. And let's start off. So doing my pre-pulled stone fort, kind of like your Galere. I will not be stacking with this fireball in order to build a limit break. Remember that the twisters that come up, you only need to move a little bit just to avoid the twister. Here comes the Cure 3 right after the stack just to top them off, and you're going to be spending most of your phase, most of the time this phase just attacking. There is very slight healing. We should be skipping the second fireball stack, which is at 74%. That's when you skip it. I will be placing my soil down here, my Asylum, just to heal the tank, because no one else is really taking damage outside of them. Our Fizz range is outside, baiting the fireballs. Here comes the first Neuralink. I will be staying right here. I will be safe from the cone, the splash from the Neuralink when it pops. So just just keep DPSing away. I will be moving back here a little bit just to make sure I have enough room for the twister. And make sure I am safe. Alright, here comes the second generate. This is the one with the twister. And I just move a little bit. Oh, move out of the way. I'm going to start moving to the front because I don't want to be the farthest one from Twintania for the fireballs. Here comes another baited fireball. Here it goes. Now this upcoming generate will be the targeted fireball, and that means she will not be baiting, choosing the farthest person, merely a random person. So there it is. It's targeted the Dragoon. I had the fireball stack. We meet up, we soak, top them off real quick with the quick Cure 3. There's a tank swap. I always give him a shield if I can. This phase is not healing intensive at all. It's really just DPS, DPS, DPS. It's nothing really special. Just gotta make sure your tanks are alive for the swaps and people not dying to the twisters or DPS not messing up the hatch, because if they eat the hatch outside of the Neuralink, it's a wipe. The hatch will explode and kill everybody. Most of the times you will be skipping this last hatch right here. As you see, we will be, since she's at 0.1, so we will not see the last mechanic. And here comes the Nael transition. We stand at 3. I would like to cast a quick heal right before the knockback, so that way the heal goes off as the damage goes off, but make sure you're spread apart. Nael will be hitting each person with the meteor stream. Here comes the tank buster dive. They use hollow ground. I throw my Asylum just to heal everybody off from that damage and DPS away. So now that we're at Nael, things start getting a little bit more hectic. There are more mechanics and just a lot of opportunity to die. So there's our Thunders. They will move to the front, left and right, following in by the Nael quote. So that was an in, followed by a stack. Quick here before the fireball, because if you don't top them off, they might die to the fireball soak, which is pretty sad and funny, but just gotta do our best. DPS away. Here comes the second tether. They will go out. Make sure you heal the top of the tank, because the tank is taking punishment the whole time. Here comes the tank busters. It's going to be the one where she just keeps jabbing. Here comes the second no quote, which is a stack followed by an out. Look out for dooms. That's doom number 1. Here's a quick heal. Doom number 2. Thunders are out. People will be moving out. Make sure they don't zap everybody, and the fire tether will move in. Everybody needs to soak this, except the person who previously had fire. Here's the tank buster. Just give him a little regen. Kind of forget about him. The next mechanic will be a spread, followed by in or an out. So we're all spread out now, and it's an in. And everybody eats this fire except the samurai. Okay, looks like the samurai can't eat it since they got hit by the ice. People move out for thunder, cleanse. I had the first doom, so I had to cleanse first. comes the second doom, cleanses 2. This is the third cleanse. And now we're going to be doing dive bombs. So dive bombs, we have the markers laid out for A, B, C. So if you have the first one, you go to A. Second one to Bravo, third one to Charlie. Positioning right in the middle, there's the dive bomb number 1. They're going up. And it comes dive bomb number 2, they're going to B, and this one will be going towards the C area. So this one can either be a spread or a stack. In this case it's a stack since we're all at 4. There's a thermionic beam. And we just push Nael. We're melting her really quick, so we will not see any Nael quotes after that. Stack on 2. It looks like we're going to have LB2 for the Bahamut transition, so we gotta heal up a lot. Because that fireball explosion at the end, that takes a lot of damage. It's okay, as long as we're top, everyone should be fine. Give the tank a little regen. Tank started taking a lot of damage right here. Let's see. Our warrior should be using home gang. I do have Benny for that, so I'm just going to DPS them for a while. Boom. I usually wait like at least, there you go, the auto attack after. So I didn't throw the Benny this time. It's super important that you do not use swift casts here. And I save a size because we take damage from the splash damage after the quick march, like right here. You'll see everyone's gonna get hit. Boom. I move in. The size, everyone's top. And I go off to the side with my Earthshaker. I'm gonna heal the tank real quick because they take damage from the green tether followed by the tank buster. Oh, like that was super close. So I'm just gonna heal him, heal him, heal him. Unfortunately, I used Swift Cast because I was going to res the Black Mage, but somebody else resed them. But normally you would want to save Swift Cast right here, so that way when you run to Nael to do the mechanic, you do a Cure 3 and top everyone off. Since I don't, I throw regens on people, so that way I'm doing something. Luckily our Scholar had a lot and topped us off. I have the Mega Flare stack, throwing down my Asylum to make sure everyone gets heals. Move out of the puddles, and gotta top everyone quick right here for this Giga Flare. After every Giga Flare, I like to heal the tank because the tank takes immediate punishment from Bahamut. Look how much damage they're gonna take from the flare. Yeah, that flare breath hurts a lot. But, you know, if they mitigate a lot, they should be fine. Our Paladin has Sentinel and Rampart. Alright, here comes Fell Ruin. I just give people to make sure they're topped. We're okay. There's not that much damage out in Fell Run. It just matters, you know, how you move. Tanks do take quite a bit of damage. So in this case, it's in, and we will be spreading around 1. I will be taking the Neuralink. I have the easiest job. I'm gonna top off a Cure 3 right here for the Etheric Perfusion, so that way the Meteor Stream that goes next doesn't kill everybody. Here comes the Meteor Stream. Boom. The size. And then just heal everybody. Here comes Passage of Arms from our Paladin. And then I immediately start focusing onto our tank. There's the Flare Breath. I am being very generous with my heals because at level 80, even though this is level 70 content, DPS checks aren't that bad. It's just really a matter of surviving. So, you know, it's better to be safe and just make sure everyone's topped off and healed. Okay. Heaven's Fall, I give a Medica 2 before I go to my spot. Nael is on our side, so I'm going to Nael, move out of the way for the Twisters. I do like to hug the wall and then move to the center because the damage snapshots from the tower is falling, so I take very little damage. If people eat a lot of damage from the tower knockback and then still the tower, sometimes they die. So that's why I go back and then move middle. Here is the Asylum with the Assize for the Fireball stack. If for whatever reason, if you think people are very low or they're not going to survive the Fireball stack, we usually just have the Fireball stack to sack and they eat. They die by themselves. Better than them dying by themselves and the whole party. Here comes Flare Breath. Very painful. You're healing them up. And next up is my least favorite mechanic in this freaking fight. Tendon Strike. Just make sure you have Swift Cast ready and your Assize because you will need to throw up a quick heal for everybody before the Earthshaker. So first, The marker people are going to go to the numbers, and people will be deciding who's going to soak after the warrior's going to take 1. So right now I'm just on standby. Here's the swift cast. I am going to move middle, throw a heal and a size to make sure everybody's topped off for the Earthshaker. The first positions are usually the hardest because they're the ones that lay out the plan. If they do it right, then basically you just form a box at 1 at the safe spot and you just replicate what they do. So there you go, we did the mechanic. And now heal up everybody for the Giga Flare. And I'm gonna make sure the tank is healthy. I always give them a regen. There's a Lily heal and the flatten. And they have XCOG, so they're pretty good. So I'm just gonna DPS for a while. And now is Grand Octet. It's very recommended that you use LB3 to cheese this mechanic. So look for Bahamut. Bahamut isn't at a cardinal, so we were going left, looking at the wall. You start heading towards the wall when you see the first marker, and then you start moving as soon as you hear Nael dive. So you move. We're running in a circle. You would want to use sprint right here. As soon as you see the red marker, which means it's Bahamut, you move in. Alright, there's the red marker, you move in, and then the last person who didn't get a marker will go next to Twintania to bait the last dive. Tank LB3 is getting used right here. And then everybody else just kind of spreads out and grabs the tower. I am running in circles, so that way I eat the tower and I will not eat the Twister. Okay, so next up is add phase. Now you're pretty close towards the end. This is very important on heals on the tanks. Tanks take a lot of damage right here. So here I am giving each tank a regen. We usually do call out which healer is healing which tank, but as a white mage, since you're just OP at healing everybody, I kind of take a look at both. So I'm like, okay, because tank busts happen, Fizz range is baiting the puddles. It's super important also right here to focus target Twintania so you can see the Twister cast. So Twister, boom, cast, and I move a little bit, just barely out. Very watch your toes, everybody. Not to eat a Twister. If you eat a Twister, it's out. You're basically dead. So here's the nail quotes. It was an in, followed by an out, and then Twister's gonna happen again. Here it is. Moved. That person did die. I will be rezzing them. Immediate attention to the tanks. Immediate. They take a lot of damage. They just keep eating tank busters. They're gonna swap, and then followed by just more damage. This is the Mega Flare. Here's the tank swaps death sentence. Plus the nail one, I forgot what it's called. Lots of heals, heals. Don't forget the heals. It's always really good to stick in the center until you see the neural links, the hatches, so that way you don't bait the puddles by accident, and then you go off to the wall, far away from everybody. And then I look at the cast for Twister, as soon as it fills up, I move. Here comes the other nail quotes. Since it was in first, it's going to be out second, and it's going to be vice versa. So if it's out first, it's in second. So it was an out followed by a stack, so we already meet up at the middle. And then we just move out. Twister, watch your feet, okay. And then just pay attention to the tanks. I like using SIs to heal the tanks and hit the ads, both of them, super good. Okay, here comes the other tank swap. Oh, look how low they are. Emergency Benny. Okay, Nail's about to die. Here comes the second Mega Flare. Nail's dead, gotta kill Twintania. Alright. So now we killed both of them. And here comes Golden. So Golden, I don't want to say there's not that much healing, because there is, but it's all a mitigation planning. And everybody needs to communicate when they're going to use what cooldowns. I'm going to post what we used on my clear for just, it's not going to be for this comp, it's going to be for another comp, and you can kind of mix and match them by seeing what it is just to help you out. Also, if your damage is really good, you could use tank LB in case the shield healer is kind of iffy and they feel like they might not have much. Okay, so this first AoE coming up is the Morn Afah. That one is a group stack, so I'm already under. I'm gonna pot and damage because I don't have to heal anybody. until the Morn, which is going to be strictly tank stuff. The tanks are going to use cooldowns, and they're going to share the Morn, so I'm just going to be Cure 3 bombing them, healing them at the same time. Here come the Exaflares. Spin your camera around like crazy to find them. Wait till the first one goes off. Boom, move in, and I'm safe. And I'm just going to be DPSing off of the wall and hoping everybody else doesn't eat the Exaflare. It really sucks if you die with the Phoenix buff, because the Phoenix buff is essentially a ×2 multiplier damage, so if you lose that, you might not make the DPS check. This is the Morn. We have our warrior using immunity. And then it's going to be the Morn Afah. Here it is, another group stack. We do have Shield Samba here, followed by Soil and a Succor. Ooh, super painful, but we lived, which is important. So now look for the Exaflares. I'm gonna be spinning my camera. I'm like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, it's at Charlie. I always wait for the first one to go off and kind of wait for the second one and move out immediately before the one that I'm on that goes off and kills me. Oh, the tank got hit by the Exaflare. But since they're a tank, they don't die. They just take a damage down, which is not as bad as dying. Actually, in this case, it's really not that bad because you still have the buff. Third Morn Afah. Okay. Survive. The Morn, get the hell away from the tank. Paladin, Hollow Ground, so good. No damage, just DPS, just DPS, DPS. Okay, here come the Exaflares again. Remember, if you're not comfortable, you sprint more time, it's up in front. Okay, there's the 1, there's the 2, I move in immediately. I'm good. Just DPS from the wall. Make sure you're paying attention to the tank because they are taking auto attacks the whole time. Moving in. Morn Afah. Spicy. Okay, we survived, so that's good. DPS again. This is an Morn. This is going to be a shared again, so I'm just going to be Cure 3ing them both. Oh, Paladin's got pretty low, so I use Cure 3 on him, followed by the Tetra just to kind of catch him up. Make sure your dot is up. Golden's almost dead. He comes into the other Exaflare. Look around, look around, look around. There it is. 1, 2, move right into it. I'm safe. Luckily, I had a pretty good pattern. It's pretty easy. Make sure. Ooh, I banned the tank right there because I got scared. Would suck for us to wipe right at the end. So use your abilities, Morn Afah. This one we don't have that many cooldowns, so we opted for the tank LV3. Very easy. And this is the Enrage. We spread apart, but we were pretty ahead. So we killed them. Alright, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope that was remotely useful, and we'll see what else I come up with. Thanks again. See ya.